What up, everybody? Welcome back. Hopefully you had a good weekend. Very spur of the moment live stream here. I actually wasn't even planning on doing a live stream. Just got some cents in from VINCESCENTS. He hit me with a surprise package. So thank you, Vince. I appreciate it. Appreciate the kindness, man. Now we got some fun smelling some fragrances. He sent me a bunch. I doubt we're going to get through them all. And to be honest, I was just in StreamYard just kind of messing with the settings a little bit, maybe tweaking it for the next stream. But then I saw as soon as you create a stream or you set one up, it shows up on YouTube. And then I checked YouTube and there was like 3 or 4 of you guys just hanging out waiting for it to start. So I felt a little guilty. I was like, okay, well, it's already set up. We'll just stream. There's people waiting. Like it wasn't even necessarily my intention to stream, but we'll just do a little stream right now. We'll chat, see what you guys wore this weekend or whatever. We'll just chop it up, and I'll get to some of these samples. Maybe you guys tried them. On if Vince is here, maybe he can recommend which one to start with. He sent me a good at least like 20. He really hooked it up. So of the ones that he sent me, I'm just kind of eyeing right now. He sent me some like of the Mont Blanc, like the new Mont Blancs. So those are the ones that are the most interesting. And then he also sent some Rarana, I think is the brand. I'm not really familiar with them, but if you guys are familiar and you think they're good and you think I should check those out right now, let me know. And then one from Plur or something like that. So I'll have him on screen as we go through them so you guys aren't lost and you guys can like keep track of what I'm smelling or whatever. And yeah, I mean, this will probably be like a one-off stream. I'm not sure I'm going to keep this on the channel. This is just like very spur of the moment, but you never know. I'll probably just delete it after or something. We'll just hang out and chat for a little bit. But let me look at the chat and then we'll check some of these out. What's up, Joel? Hopefully you're doing well, man. Bois 1920 Duro Cafe. All right, cool. Yeah, you've been really into the Bois 1920s. I'll have to check some of those out. Maybe there's like a little sampler pack. I know you've been kind of wearing those a lot. Sorry, I just had a protein bar. You guys have so I don't know how you guys feel about these like seed oils and stuff, because I was talking to my buddy the other day and it's like they're really bad, right? Because the whole theory is you can't process these like sunflower and palm and vegetable oil, and I swear they're in everything, every single thing. So been trying to eat more organic lately, and a lot of the protein bars and stuff, they have those seed oils as well. I don't know, I've been trying these Aloha bars and they're pretty good. This is the mint chip one. I got these on Amazon. They're organic and they're but they're plant-based protein, which is different. I never really would eat plant-based protein, not because I just don't know if it's as good as whey isolate. I mean, I was just my whole life whey isolate is what they told you to get as an athlete. So just side note, you guys have any experience with like plant-based protein versus whey isolate? If one's better, that's like more than I know. But anyway, oh, what's up, Vince? Let me know like which one to start with. So first of all, thank you so much, dude, for sending all these over. It's really generous of you and I really appreciate it. Let me start by saying that. Yeah, let me know if there's some that I should start with or one that you want me to check out. I don't know. Otherwise, I'll just pick something randomly. What's up, Stan? Good to see you. Hopefully you're doing well today as well. Let me know your guys' scent of the day if you're wearing anything. If you're not wearing anything today, let me know if you wore something this weekend that maybe like you have a particular connection with in the moment, or it was matching your outfit, or maybe someone said something. Any interesting stories from the weekend fragrance, that'd be cool. I always enjoy that. Let's see, you guys are saying what up. Probably nothing too exciting for you. No, man. I'm sure some dude. The thing is, like with any fragrance, you smell 20 fragrances, 25 fragrances, you're gonna like 1 or 2 of them if you like fragrances. I like most stuff in general. So I'm sure I'm gonna like some, like at least a couple of these. Start with the Mont Blanc. Yeah, we'll do the Mont Blancs. Those are the ones that kind of caught my eye the most. Yeah, no seed oil. Yeah, that's what I've been learning. And the thing is, every food is so insane has some kind of like seed oil in it. It's in everything. and I don't even understand why it has to be in everything, but I swear it's in everything. So I've just been trying to eat organic because apparently, if it's organic, like cold pressed, expeller pressed sunflower oil, it's much better than regular sunflower oil. I don't know, this is all just hearsay, but I do feel like I've noticed a difference. I don't know. We'll see. I'll keep testing it, but these protein bars are pretty good. But yeah, they are plant based, so there's that drawback. But anyway, all right, we'll get into fragrances. Enough nutrition chatter. Let me share my screen with you guys, and then you'll be able to see which one I'm on. All right, cool. So let's see which one to start with. I kind of want to smell this extreme leather. That's just one that kind of catches my eye right away. Let's see if I can pull it up. Here we go. All right, I don't want to look at stuff. It's just gonna be kind of hard with it on screen, but I'm gonna try not to cheat. All right, extreme leather. You guys tried this one? Let me know if you have any experience with it, what you think about it. I've been definitely getting more into leather lately. I was able to scoop up PDM Godolphin on Olfactory Factory for $90, which is similar to Tuscan leather, which I really like. I kind of like Tuscan leather more than ombre leather, but ombre leather is really good too. Ooh, this is nice. This is like kind of woody as well. Yeah. Ooh, I really like this one. I really, really like this one. This is classy. There's iris in here too, I'm pretty sure. I'm detecting iris. Ooh, yeah, this is great. This is like a smoothed out Ralph's Club elixir. Yeah, this is definitely in that Diorum intense vein, which I love. So obviously I'm gonna really like this. Powdery. High quality though. Definitely high quality. This is much higher quality than what you would typically associate with Mont Blanc, like Legend and Individual and stuff like that. This is another level. Really nice iris fragrance. A little bit redundant for me since I already have so many in this style, but very solid. I mean, if you get a good deal on it and you like that style, I'm not really sure how much these go for. I haven't really looked into them too much, but so far we're 1 for 1. So that was a good one. That was extreme leather. Let's look at the notes. Let me see if I got any of that right. Yeah, iris, musk, leathery. Yeah, I mean, it was, it's not as leathery as I expected for being called extreme leather. I mean, I did smell it off a strip, so probably off the skin you get more of the leather accord, but yeah. Yeah. All right, cool. Yeah, I don't know. Don't really think I need to spend more time on that one. I figured that one out pretty quick, I feel like. Let's see. Top note, leather, middle note, orris. Yeah, I like orris a lot. I think I like when they use orris more than iris. Something about kind of how it comes across a little bit more earthy. I really dig orris. That's why I like Ralph's Club Elixir so much, because it's got a healthy dose of that orris. Was not expecting a live today. Yeah, I wasn't either. I wasn't even going to go live, but I was just messing with StreamYard just to change up my settings or whatever. And apparently, as soon as you even create a live on StreamYard, it pops up on YouTube. And I saw like 3 or 4 people were waiting. So I was like, oh shit, I'm not going to keep people waiting. They want to be in it. Let's do it. But yeah, hopefully you're doing well today, Patrick. Let us know your scent of the day if you're wearing anything, or if you had any compliments or whatever this weekend. If anybody said something. Scent of the Eros Energy. Okay, cool. Yeah, I like the Eros Energy. I think it's really good. That reminds me about a fragrance that I haven't talked about on the channel yet because I've been lagging on making this video, but I'm going to tell you guys about it. It's pretty solid. So, this is Let me go. This is Banana Republic Midnight Hour. You know, I kind of used to be there used to be kind of like a joke going around that I was like a Banana Republic rep because I would show them so much love, especially when I was first starting my channel, because I think they're such a great value for money. I mean, these fragrances for $20, they just smell great, and they're a lot higher quality than a lot of the other stuff you're going to find at the rack stores. If you see these, that's always a pretty solid bet. So Midnight Hour, you guys may have heard of it. It's been out for a little bit. I've kind of had my eye on this fragrance for quite some time, but it just wasn't popping up anywhere. And then I saw that they started having it at Burlington's, and I eventually made my way over there and picked it up. Apparently, it's in this Colonia Reservata line, so maybe they're using higher quality oils. Maybe that's just a marketing thing. It's not really clear, but the reason I was interested in this one is it gets compared to Mind Games Blockade, which is also similar to that Creed Aventus scent profile, and you'll definitely pick that up here. At first, when I first tried it, I mean, the Aventus DNA is undeniable. So if you're kind of over that profile, you'll probably be over this. But Aventus DNA was something that I didn't really care for at first, and lately I've been getting more into it. So the Aventus style has grown on me, and I think it's because I smelled it on somebody else. I was in Santa Monica, and I think I just got done with work, or I was just heading to a job, and I smelled Aventus in the air off somebody, and I was just like, holy shit, that's great. So it kind of changed my impression of it, just smelling it out in the wild. So, and then Vince also sent me a good Aventus, but to stay on topic, so mango is the fruitiness that kind of separates Blockade from Aventus, because Aventus is more pineapple. But at first I didn't get as much mango, but I actually wore it a little bit this morning. It doesn't last a super long time, but you do get a little bit more of the mango. It's kind of like a fruitier take, kind of similar to Explorer, how Explorer is a little fruitier, because I don't love all that birch of the Aventus DNA. I think that's kind of the thing that throws me off about is that birch. But this is kind of a more fruitier take, and for $20, it's really solid. I think this one is better than Black Walnut Legend, which is also from Banana Republic. That one is a little bit more smoky, and it's also solid, but the quality and the fruitiness here I prefer over that one. So, and I like this bottle. I think it looks really nice. So this is definitely a Banana Republic I've been keeping. I had like almost all of them at one point, and I sold a lot of them just because I had to be honest with myself. Like I wasn't going to wear them, and I try not to keep fragrances that I'm not going to wear. But that one I'm definitely keeping. It's probably my favorite affordable take on the Aventus profile right now. I got to do a side-by-side with Explorer, but I'm just kind of favoring that one, but maybe just because it's new, you know how that goes. When something's new, you tend to be really excited about it, right? Ralph's Couple Elixir is incredible. Thanks so much for sending me a decan of that. It's the best for cold weather, Oris leather, but smoky. Yeah, dude, my pleasure. I'm glad you got to try it. I feel like I've been hyping it a lot. I've been talking about it a lot, so I'm glad to hear that you feel the same, my guy. Well, you won that bottle. You won it fair and square. Stan won a giveaway I did. I've been getting rid of backup bottles, so I had a backup bottle of that, and then I've had other backup bottles, and I just like kind of sold them off, and I gave that one away just because I don't know. What do you guys think about backup bottles? I mean, I've started to feel like it was a little too much. Like I already have a lot of fragrances, backup bottles. Like it's too excessive, or at least it was for me. I deemed it to be, but you know, maybe I'll run out and then I'll regret selling it. So we'll find out. To be told. What's up, Smooth Operator? What's up, man? Thanks for being here. Scent of the day, fragrance you bought, New York, Fifth Avenue. Okay, awesome, very classy. I would love to get my nose on some fragrance you buy. Here they're top of the line, and they are priced like they are, at least. So you're smelling good today, man. Over most events profiles, but Absolute is really good. Eros Energy stands out because it's loaded with so much fiber, such up top, lemon candy. Yeah, that opening of Eros Energy is awesome. And when I first tried it, I smelled the opening. I was like, Aventus, what are people talking about? Like, this doesn't smell like Aventus, because it just overtakes the whole. It's like almost a different scent in the opening. it's very lemon dominant. Like that's all you smell. And then when it dries down, then the Aventus, it comes out of the fragrance. So it develops, it changes. And that's pretty cool. I like Eros Energy. I don't think I'd get a bottle because, again, I'll show you guys my favorite take on Aventus right now. And I actually got this because Vince sent it to me. So thanks, Vince. Oh, Vince, you're gonna be so happy right now. I'm naming a Dua as my favorite in a certain category. This is gonna make your day, dude. But he already knows because I told him I like this one. But this is my favorite take on the Aventus DNA. I kind of regret showing you guys this a little bit because I don't even think you can get it. But Vince was kind enough to send it to me. He said he's kind of over the Aventus profile. So, but this is apparently Leighton mixed with Aventus. I don't get that menthol vibe that I get from real Leighton. That kind of turns me off from it. So I like that. It's just really nice vanilla version of Aventus, basically. But I really like this. I was planning on wearing this as my scent of the day. So before this is over, if one of these doesn't like blow me away to where I have to wear it, I'm gonna go with this. So thank you again to Vince for shooting that over to me. All right, let's get into another one of these, So we'll do this Black Meisterstruck. I'm interested to know about this one. Apparently this one's like really inky. Yeah. Yeah, I feel that, but dude, I'm in like the 200 bottle range. So it's like if I really wear all my fragrances, I'll never get to a backup bottle, or I don't know. I look at like all these fragrances, I'm like, dude, this is really excessive. And then like the thought of backup bottles, I'm like, all right, that's where I don't know. It's a weird thing, man. No backup bottles for me. Maybe Clone Twist. Yeah. Backup bottles soon to be discontinued. Yeah, but that's the thing. It's like, how do you know that it's going to be soon to be discontinued? Because I swear a lot of like the fragrance influencers will say, oh, get this, it's going to be discontinued soon, and then it's not discontinued for years down the line. Like I remember they were saying Prada Black was supposed to be discontinued soon. You could easily find Prada Black like now, no problem. I remember people were saying that about Prada Black, which is kind of why I bought it, and I don't regret it because I like Prada Black. I've always liked it. But that's the thing, is like, how do you know it's going to be discontinued? Anyway, Black Meisterstruck. I'll get back in the chat. Let me smell this one. Let me get back in the screen layout. All right, there we go. So this one is Black Meister. The Meister. So from American Pie. Sherman. This is different. This is really different. Very inky, like almost like pen ink. Like you're smelling a bottle of pen ink. I don't think I've ever smelled anything like this, so it's kind of a new experience for me, but it almost has the same character as like a violet. I don't know if I'd wear this, but it's interesting. I find this interesting as a fragrance, but not necessarily something like I would want to wear, maybe. It's good in a weird way, though. Now I'm smelling it, I kind of like it more. Might have to try this one on skin. I don't know. It's almost got a little bit of a black licorice vibe as well, but not so much that it's turning me off or like nauseating me. It doesn't have like a medicinal property at all. Maybe a little bit of like earthiness as well, but it's pretty well blended. This is an interesting one. I'm liking it for what it is. It's pushing the envelope, and it doesn't have me turned off from it. Okay, Ambro Fix. I think that's why I'm having a hard time smelling it. It's kind of like I didn't realize it was a big synthetic fragrance. Yeah, that makes sense because I'm having a hard time kind of smelling it, and anytime there's a lot of like amber fix or these really heavy synthetics, I go nose blind to it very, very fast. Hmm. I kind of want to try this one on skin, really. I feel like it's not, I'm not getting the full picture. Let me try it on skin. I have a feeling it's way stronger than I'm realizing it is. It's different. I like it though. I like it in a weird way. I do like it in a strange way. Can't really describe it because I'm pretty new to this style. Like the cleanest black licorice candy, like a piece of black licorice was washed in the laundry. That's the best way I can describe it right now. I mean, yeah, it does have kind of like a fresh powdery component. Not powdery, just a little bit like dryer sheet type laundry detergent type thing mixed with the inkiness. All right, let's see. Frankincense. Yeah, that makes sense. That makes sense. It's definitely got an incense vibe now that I'm reading that. It does smell like a stick of incense. If you ever burned like the sticks, it definitely has that smell. Oh yeah, it makes sense. That's why it was so different. Ambrofix, okay, and vetiver. It's a pretty clean vetiver, but yeah, that can make sense. I mean, this is a masculine fragrance through and through. There's no if, ands, or buts about it. You guys tried this one? Let me know. Ink for Inky. Yeah, where's Inky? We need more Inky on the channel, Vince. Keep bringing them out. Keep bringing out the pets. I've tried a bunch now. Herzoologist squid is an inky aquatic. I haven't tried it myself though. Yeah, Vince sent me zoologist moth, which I actually have tried before. Is really is unwearable. It's very much not my favorite. What's up, Blaine? Hopefully you're doing well. Aloha. Are you Hawaiian? Um, yeah, man, no worries. This is a very impromptu stream, but you guys seem to be enjoying it. So whatever. Let's hang. Let's kick it. Is Meisterstrunk ink as in Encore Noir? You know, I've actually never tried Encore Noir, but I do get that frankincense up a lot. There's a lot of that. I don't think that's an Encore Noir. I've never tried Encore Noir. And from what I remember, Encore Noir is a very vetiver based fragrance, and there is vetiver in this, but I feel like it's more of a supporting note. I mean, it's definitely used as a base, but I'm smelling the opening right now, and I do pick up on the vetiver, but the frankincense sticks out. Inky frankincense. Let's see. And I did get like a little hit of the Ambrofix just in the air. Like I just caught like something random right there that was like, oh, that smells Ambroxany. It's an interesting fragrance. I'm going nose blind to the Ambrofix when I smell it up close. And that's why I'm mainly picking up on the frankincense because I'm not going nose blind to it. Fragrances are very interesting, man. Very like nuanced, difficult thing. Like perfumers are very talented. I think making a fragrance is harder than making a piece of music because when you make a piece of music, if you play one chord after the other, you know how it's going to sound, or you can at least test how it's going to sound. But with fragrance, if you put one ingredient in, it'll change the other two ingredients that are in it. And getting it to work is really complicated. I've kind of been learning about it. But the guy over at Day 3, Michael Paul, that guy's a G, man. He's got so many good fragrances, and he's like self-taught. It's pretty wild. And he somehow has access to Mon, which is like the highest quality, I don't know, fragrance ingredient house out there. So he's also got some good connections. Impressive human. Talking about impressive humans, we have another one named TLTG Reviews in the building. Hopefully you're doing well, man. I'm just gonna drop a link in case you want to jump on. No pressure as always, but it's kind of like automatic. I see Ross and I drop a link. It's kind of how it goes over here right now. All right. Anyway, let's maybe load up the next one. So we got Patchouli Inc. and we got Vetiver Glacier. Let's check out Vetiver Glacier. That sounds interesting. I'll pull it up here for you guys. Vetiver Glacier. All right. I'm trying not to look at that. Let's see. Do you guys like this layout? No, that one doesn't look good. Let's do this one. All right. Vetiver Glacier. Mont Blanc. I think some of my first fragrances were Mont Blanc fragrances. Legend and Individual. So got some memories with this brand for sure. Ooh, I'll like that in the air right away. I'll tell you that. Wow, that is a very interesting vetiver fragrance. Whoa, that is crazy. All right, yeah, vetiver, no freaking doubt. A lot of vetiver. It's like maybe a little bit of citrus though, because there's some kind of zingy type of refreshing feel to it, like a not tropical, but like citrusy. It's freshening it up, definitely. It's making it brighter. It's not so earthy and mossy like sometimes vetiver can. Like if you guys ever smelled commodity vetiver, that was the most mossy, earthy vetiver I've ever tried, and I just bought it just because I wanted to experience that. And this is giving me vibes of that now that it's drying down. I think there may be some type of citrus to freshen up in the opening, and that's kind of dying down. And now it's getting like really more like mossy and earthy. I'm interested to find out where like the glacier part of it is, just in the opening, really. But yeah, this is a very masculine, very old school vetiver. Yeah, this is definitely like suit and tie type stuff, not a daily casual wear. I mean, maybe if you're, I think maybe 60s plus could pull this off as like a signature scent. But if I was wearing something like this, I'm like fully suited, formal event type situation. It's nice, but you have to like vetiver because there's a lot of it, and it is not a beginner vetiver either. That is definitely a more advanced type of fragrance for vetiver lovers. So I dig it. I dig it, but I wouldn't ever really wear it because I'm my favorite vetiver is Hermes Eau Intense vetiver. It's still yet to be topped. So anytime I really want a vetiver fragrance, I just go with that one. I have other ones too, like the Polo Earth Antilles vetiver. That's like my favorite, more casual, freshy vetiver, and the quality is really excellent on that. Natural origin, whatever that means, but it does smell like it's high quality, so I got to give it to them. All right, let's check out what's happening over here, or maybe am I behind the chat? Not really, but a couple people showed up. What's up, Kevin? Nice to see you. Good afternoon. Let us know if you're wearing anything. Let's see if you guys. All right, cool. Top note vetiver, juniper, sandalwood. All right, cool. Well, let's see what they list here. Atlas cedar and sandalwood. Yeah, so pretty woody. Bergamot. So the bergamot was what was giving it that citrusy, fresh, effervescent pop in the very opening, but that faded, at least on the strip, like pretty quick. And then this Haitian vetiver, a lot of that black pepper spice. Was it spicy? Yeah, I could see that. The vetiver just takes over the show. But oh, Natalie Larson's a really good perfumer. She's made some nice stuff. She's definitely I see her name pop up a lot. So that's cool. All right. Yeah. Solid, but a little bit challenging, I think, for most, and a little bit challenging for me. Let's see. All right. So the next one is gonna be Patchouli Ink. So let's do Patchouli Ink next. Ooh, Ross is in the back. All right, folks. Without further ado, let me intro the man, the legendary Team Gates reviews. Let's go.
What's up, man?
How you doing, my guy?
I'm doing. Just finished eating. Mouth was on fire. Had too much harissa in my kava bowl. We had some running around to do. Now I got time to get rid of some clothes. It's time to trim it down. A lot of stuff I haven't been wearing. Closets are full.
Yeah.
Buying more shit. So that's what I'm about to do. Figured I'd come jump on for a minute.
I appreciate it. In with the new, out with the old, man.
Yeah,
I like it. Yeah, so Vince was kind enough to send over a bunch of decants. So he pretty much made my day today, and I wasn't even planning on doing a live, but I just saw some people were waiting. I didn't realize it makes a live on YouTube when you make one on StreamYard just right away.
Yeah, if you don't set it to private, if you set it to public, it will.
Yeah, so then people were waiting, and I was like, all right, well, I feel guilty now, so we'll just do it. But now we got a pretty poppin' live stream on a Sunday, so all God's plan, it all is working out. All right.
So did you try the terrible one yet? I know you're about to try Patchouli Ink.
Which one? The Meisterstruck? You didn't like it?
Yeah, it was awful.
Yeah, I mean, I could see how you could say that. It was a lot of that incense. It really just smelled like a incense stick that you would buy at a Spencer's or something.
The black, whatever it's called, I forgot. It's the only one I didn't like. I didn't try Vetiver Glacier that you were just sniffing at. That's the only one I haven't tried of the four. But
yeah, it's super earthy.
I'm confident you'll like Patchouli Ink. It's good.
The Meisterstruck one is definitely one that I wouldn't really ever wear.
I didn't like
it. But it's just like one that I'm smelling just to smell a fragrance that is like weird and different type of thing. But I would never actually wear it. So
I like smelling the weird stuff. I would say 70% of the time I get into it.
Yeah.
There's always that 30% like, I would never wear this. No.
Yeah. I think I actually sprayed it on my wrist. I did. Yeah, it's not great. It's really not great.
I mean, it's not the worst thing I've ever smelled, but I would never wear it. That's what runs through my head. Would I ever wear something like this?
Exactly. I feel the same. All right, cool. Let's check out Patchouli Ink.
I'd sniff along with you, but I sent my samples to Jason a while back.
Hey man, that's the way to do it. Just pass them along, keep them rolling to the homies. They, all these fragrances have this like kind of like earthiness to them, and a lot of vetiver. I think they all have vetiver.
Pretty sure they do.
Yeah, because I'm
even Extreme Leather, I think, has vetiver.
I'm picking up this.
That was
vetiver in all of them.
That's the one I bought a bottle of. Was Extreme Leather.
That's the best one so far.
I thought so.
Yeah, this one is okay. A lot of vetiver again, but maybe not as much as the Vetiver Glacier.
It's more of a creamy patchouli than it is a like dark green, earthy, leafy kind of thing. At least I find on skin.
Yeah, it's not as chocolatey as the patchouli and Triumph Elixir, which I've been really enjoying.
It was a good one.
I'm realizing I like the patchouli that's like really cake and like chocolatey, like that one is.
That's and you would like Tobacco Boss from Authenticity. Have you tried Amen Phantasm?
No, I've never tried any of the Amen fragrances.
Oh, that's a chocolatey patchouli DNA. Ooh, and then Amen Phantasm has a chocolate note plus the patchouli.
Ooh, might have to pick that one up.
Yeah, Amen Phantasm is amazing.
Is there something about the Amen bottles that you have to cut them or something? I heard something about that.
You don't have to.
Uh-huh.
People just don't want to have to find the sweet spot.
I see.
Everybody wants you to do everything for them and make it easy as possible, because it's never been that. I have 3 of the Amen bottles, and I never felt like, you know what, I should fuck my bottle up so I can spray this easier. Never did that.
I wouldn't want to do that.
Just find the sweet spot. You just find where the pressure point is and you spray there. It's not like it's a large area to try to find it. It's that much area to find the pressure point. And the pressure point's like 1/3 of the area. It's close to the wall. Like they've overblown that over the years.
What's up, Cakes Griffey? Good to see you, man. Hopefully you're doing well, man. Let's see if we miss anybody else. John Carlo, what's good? Mason Alhambra, Mysterious Amber. Okay, rocking a clone today, John Carlo. I dig it. Who else we got here that I've not said hello to? I think everybody. Oh, this person is new. John Peterson, what's up, man? I don't think I've seen your name before. Welcome to the Fragrance Fraternity. My block website says Emblem Intense is available soon. Does give us hope it'll be at discounters again in the future.
Has it not been at discounters? It is the best of the three. I have all three.
Never tried any of the emblems, but
Emblem Absolute is just a sweeter Boss bottled. So if you have Boss bottled, it's pointless to get it super redundant. But Emblem Intense is definitely the one. It's kind of sweet, spiced, and fruity. The spice is cinnamon. It's pretty good.
That sounds nice. One. I like the bottles. I think they're pretty cool looking.
That one's definitely worth having. That's kind of an cheapy gem. Emblem Intense is a good one. Nobody talks about it.
Okay. I'm not sure, John Carlo. I don't think I've ever tried an Ombre Nomad clone.
The one I like that I have is Lord d'Espoir Ombre from Paris Corner.
There you go. And I know Luciano's been making some good LV clones. I bet they have an Ombre Nomad one. I've never tried any, but
they do. Their first like 4 or 5 that had Coastal Breeze in it. Not the new set, like they had it before the new set of LV clones. I forgot the name of it, but they have one already. I just didn't try it.
I'm definitely liking this soul. It's not soul patchouli. I'm thinking soul patchouli because I've been wanting it, but patchouli ink. Yeah, dude, it's been on my mind, as you can tell.
It's really good.
Yeah, this patchouli ink is nice. It's growing on me. Nice patchouli vetiver combo, very classy. Not super challenging, but masculine and woody, and it's a good fragrance. It's nice. This just like isn't necessarily my style always. I don't always wear these woody fragrances, and I'm like Triumph Elixir was kind of a newer experience for me because really before that, the only woody fragrance that I was ever really wearing was Bulgari Man Wood Essence, and that really isn't, it's like almost
more a blue fragrance than anything else.
Yeah, exactly. That's why I liked it, and I didn't really realize that. But the Triumph Elixir, I've been getting into this patchouli and like woods a little bit more. But this is nice. This is like in that same ballpark.
All the Mont Blanc stuff's pretty easy to wear for the most part. Designer brand, they're not really trying to step outside and do anything crazy,
They do smell a little higher quality, and these I think are a little bit more like dressed up, formal occasion.
Even from discounters, the bottles are 80 plus. Like it's definitely their upper scale line for their fragrances.
Okay, yeah, that makes sense.
I paid like 83 for Extreme Leather from Fragrance Buy.
Let me see if I didn't miss anything in the chat. All right. Have you have any experience with these Rarana fragrances?
Which one do I have? I'm trying to remember the name of it. I have one. If I move my head, you won't be able to see it. I can see the tip of it because I know exactly where it is. Literally right at the tip of my finger. The atomizer right there.
Okay.
But I'm trying to remember which one I have. Not Coconut Nanas. That's the one that's super popular. It's a tea fragrance. I'm trying to remember the name of it. It's a tropical tea fragrance. It's very laid back summertime, like laying in a hammock in the shade kind of thing. I'm trying to remember the name of it.
I think it'd be more interesting if I tried something that you like have experience with, because then you can like chime in. Have you tried
vanilla tea? That's the one I have.
Vanilla tea. No, that's not one of the ones that he sent me. Have you tried Diabolique from Happy Land?
I have everything from Happy Land, yeah.
Okay, well that's one.
Diabolique's their spicy fragrance.
All right, cool. Let's check that one out.
That's one of EJ's 10 best, I think.
Guys in the chat, let us know if you've tried Diabolique and what your favorite Happy Land is, if you have experience with Happy Land.
It's like a very spicy, it dries down to it's kind of a creamy sandalwood.
Ooh, I like it already in the air.
Yeah, it's really good. It's one of his best.
Oh,
that's a good one.
Come on. This is something. Now we're talking.
Yeah. EJ was brilliant, man. Some of his stuff would be kind of inspired by others, and he put his own twist on it, but sometimes he would make just straight up original stuff.
Now we're talking, folks. This is
That's
putting
good.
all those Mont Blancs to shame.
Mm-hmm.
Damn, this is like not Centaurus, but like a cousin of Centaurus or
That
something.
makes sense. I see where you're coming from. Yeah. If you take the tobacco away, pretty much the rest of the fragrance is similar. Yeah.
Like Centaurus has some sweetness coming from I guess it's kind of like a sweeter tobacco to me, or maybe amber, something like there's a little sweet component like this. It's like cinnamon sweet, like a cinnamon gum type thing.
So Vince brought up Home for the Holidays being his favorite. That's my favorite too. Did Vince send you a decant of Home for the Holidays?
He did. It's excellent.
Do that one next.
It's well, I actually have already tried that one.
Already? Yeah, that's my
I've
favorite.
already, yeah, that was a couple months ago. He sent me that. That was really
That's,
good.
is it New Harlem that it's similar to? I forgot which Bond number 9 it's similar to.
Oh, I love this one.
It's sweeter. His version of it's a lot sweeter. It's more syrupy. I think it's New Harlem. It's either Lafayette Street or New Harlem. I'm not good with my Bond number 9. I don't remember.
The sandalwood in this is similar to the sandalwood of like Individual and Original Santal, like that kind of sandalwood.
It's New Harlem. I double checked.
I love this one.
That's some of his best work.
That's my favorite one.
Another
so far.
really good one's if you like fresh green, Garlic Mist.
Shit, I might have to get a bottle of this. This is a problem. This one's really good.
They were just running a buy two get one free for Black Friday. I don't know if she's still running it. EJ's wife's running the company now.
God, that's good, man. What is in this? I gotta know.
I mean, you can always go to his website. I don't know if they're on Parfumo or not. Oh, yeah, they're on there. Diabolique's here.
Oh, they're on Parfuma. Okay.
Yeah, you go to Parfumo. 8.4 out of 10 with 9 ratings.
Man, this is like rivaling Centaurus. How do you spell this?
The first written review, Sweet and Spicy Cinnamon Bomb. Yeah, well, yeah, I'm with that.
There it is. Let's see. Oh, there's a lot of notes here.
Mm-hmm.
Ooh, almond.
Yeah, but you get a lot of that cinnamon and pepper.
My God, this is so good, guys.
Yeah, it's really good.
Fruits.
Then that sandalwood that I was talking about, it stands out heavy in the base. It gets really creamy.
I picked it up in the air kind of, and it like caught my attention. I was like, ooh, I get like
really
a little
pops
Individual sandalwood type thing that I love.
And there's just enough booze. It helps sweeten it up more than make it real alcoholic.
Yeah, it almost gives it like a Coca-Cola vibe to it a little bit.
Kind of sweet and warm.
My God, this is amazing.
Yeah, it's really good, man. And you're just sniffing it on paper too. It's amazing.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to wear this one 100%. My God. All right. Diabolique is a winner, Vince. Thank you, buddy. You're the man. Man. All right. That was awesome. Let's see. What's next? Vanilla Stallion. Vince, is that a duo? I would think it's a duo. Let me get back. Yeah. Let's see. Get caught up with you guys real quick.
You might be talking about Lord Despard Ombre. The Elvira Mod clone.
I have 10 ml Ombre Nomad also. Alkiam Gold. Okay. Parfums Vintage. All many close. I've done many comparisons. Well, there you go. Vince is the Ombre Nomad clone specialist, apparently. See, talking about Ombre Nomad. Saw another video of Jalamar Noir. Not sure if I'll get it. Is that supposed to be similar?
I haven't looked at the notes. I've stayed blind. Because this happens every time. Like, because Mo gets so busy. Because they get so many pre-orders when he launches it. And, like, I don't really say nothing. But after a while, I'll be like, hey, Mo, forgot about me? Oh, my God, I'm so sorry. I told them you should get it first. This is every time I talk to him. So I just got to remind him. I just got to text him.
Well, here's the good
press. Because I look at it this way. Like, if it's selling well for you, my free bottle's irrelevant. You sell your product. You know what I mean? I'll get it eventually.
Yeah.
Because they only make so many at a time per batch.
Right. Well, it's nice for him to keep you in mind too. Like,
well, he's a dear friend, and that's why I don't press it, because I know he's got so many people in place that handle marketing and distribution, and like he's got different distribution warehouses in a couple different spots across the world and stuff. Like, Kajal's much bigger than people realize. And so he's not as hands-on as
Okay.
he used to be, like years ago when I first met him. And but that's one of those things where, like, because I've done several launch videos when they first came out for him years ago, but over time as he has expanded, he has other people that handle the, make sure this person gets a bottle and stuff, you know what I mean? So I don't press, but after like 6 months, I've been like, people been asking my thoughts. Forgot about me. And that's it's the same thing. Everybody's like, I told them that for you to get it, be one of the first to get it. I don't know why they never do.
You're like, well, I waited an
Any of you
appropriate
that
amount
ever
of
get to
time.
meet Mo from Kajal, he is a sweetheart of a man. What a wonderful human being. And his products are amazing. Kajal's
I've heard good things.
Wonderful house.
Yeah, I like his work. I've tried a couple and they've all been really good. And I love Harris. I wear it all the time.
I have the entire house except for the newest one, Lamar Noir.
Yeah, Vince was you tried Warwick? He was like,
I have the whole.
Yeah, he was enjoying that one. He was
Warwick's really good. Warday, really good date night fragrance. Pine green, black currant. It's kind of a darker, tart, piney green feel. Like it's not as fruity as you would think, but dense woods. It's ambery. Pretty damn good. He's got some more challenging stuff, and he's got some pretty mass appealing stuff. Kajal Ferris, kind of like niche sauvage, different things. Icons, tropical and fruity and fun. But he's got some like serious ouds and animalic florals. He's got some crazy shit too. Crazy earthy Serif. The one vetiver fragrance it's too regal for me. I can't do it. It's like crazy dirty supreme vetiver. I just can't do it. It's the only one from his house, and I'm like, no, not wearing it.
Okay.
So anybody that likes that kind of vetiver, Kajal Serif. That's like King of Kings kind of vetiver shit.
Yeah. I know. I don't think you've tried commodity vetiver yet, but it's gnarly as well.
I've heard that. I had an opportunity to get it recently. I said, which rack store I saw it at recently, and I didn't grab it because that's what I've heard about it. It's like I'm just gonna waste money on that.
Yeah,
wear it.
It's gnarly. I know you're.
I don't like the crazy challenging vetivers. I can do more challenging than I used to, but the wild stuff just ain't for me. Like still, every time I smell Intense vetiver Terre d'Hermes, I got to get through the opening. The dry down's amazing.
I know that one is so hard for you for some reason, and I find that one like pretty mild as far as like the vetivers go and like pretty citrusy, but I think our noses pick up a little different.
It's really funky in the opening on me. It always has been. That's one of the ones that I get the roach spray, the raid smell from on my skin. It's my skin chemistry. It's me. I know it's me.
Well, you got other options, thankfully.
Oh yeah, I think I got more than a few. Yeah.
But yeah, I was gonna say about this one, even if you did ruin it for you, I'd have a hard time imagining like that you wouldn't pick that up right away anyway, if it is that.
Dude, I bought so many fragrances this past week. That live stream I did was just how I put first holiday haul. And somebody mentioned in the comments, what do you mean first? I'm buying more stuff. So I went to Olfactory Factory, bought that bottle of Godolphin, and I bought Sangria because I had been putting off.
Nice.
So I got Sangria coming.
Oh yeah.
And then I also bought like 6 fragrances from Fragrance Buy last night. Let me tell you what I picked up real quick.
Okay, cool. Yeah, I had a no buy November, and then I went absolutely crazy on Black Friday. I think I dropped like $600 on fragrances.
I bought all kinds of stuff. So they restocked John Barbados Oud. So I was like, let me grab it this time.
Okay.
The Cost Original EDP seems like I would like. Italie d'Orange Sous la Pomme Mirabeau. They're aquatic. It's an aquatic floral.
Okay.
I grabbed the 50 ml of that. Grey Vetiver Parfum finally came down to a good enough price to where I went ahead. So I grabbed a few Vetivers. That's why I bring this up. So I grabbed a 50 ml of that because I have tried it at Nathan's. Nathan had got it when it first came out when I was still in Colorado Springs. And it's the EDP with a richer opening. It dries down to the EDP. But it balanced out to where it's now up like $4 more than the EDP. So that's what I was waiting for. I finally, because I haven't smelled it in so long, I rebought Ralph Lauren Safari. I haven't smelled that in so long. And then Gritty Siracusa, always up to get a new Gritty fragrance, and Nishane Sultan Vetiver.
Ooh, but you've already tried Sultan Vetiver, right?
Yeah, I was nervous about that one for a long time. It's actually like fresh grassy green. I was very surprised how fresh it actually is on my skin, to where I love it. And I've just been kind of like, eventually I'll get it. I was in a buy some vetiver mood. That was the whole reason I brought this haul up. Was like, I bought some new vetivers, speaking of. So I got, because Lacoste Original EDPs based around vetiver, Grey Vetiver Parfum, and Sultan Vetiver. So 3 of the 7 I bought are vetiver fragrances.
Awesome.
Plus Godolphin and Sangria from a different haul. There are all kinds of shit coming in.
Yeah, dude, those Lorenzos are really strong and really good.
Dude, Sangria. It's
Yeah.
so unique.
It's
It really
really
is.
nice.
I've never smelled another fragrance that smells like it. Like I know Summer Hammer gets all the love, but I think it is so much better than Summer Hammer.
I could understand that. I do prefer Summer Hammer, but I could
people
understand. They're both excellent.
not redundant.
There is a Precious Treasure fragrance called Sangria Oak that does that Sangria profile, but in a completely different way. And I sent it to Vince. He liked it. If you ever get around to it or have interest in it, it's a, you know, Sangria is interesting, and they take a more like you actually smell the wine in the wood barrel approach to it. It's not as like gourmand.
That does sound like something I'd like.
It's so good, and it's completely a different Sangria take than the Lorenzo one.
Every fragrance I've ever come across that has a red wine accord of some sort, I always love. That wine accord, I don't know, something about it really adds allure to me in a fragrance profile. So hearing that sounds like something I'd rather enjoy.
Yeah, it's like you pick up on the wine, and you also pick up the barrel a little bit.
Like an oak barrel kind of smell?
Yeah, if you ever drink like any of the wines that sometimes they make the wines in these whiskey barrels as like, you know, a little twist or whatever. It kind of reminds me of that, like a wine that was matured in a whiskey barrel. It's really nice. Let's see. All right, so I smelled all the Mont Blancs. I've seen advertisements. I think this is a newer house, Phlur.
Fleur.
Yeah.
So,
Fleur.
so yeah, you got to pronounce it as an F. It's Fleur.
Like fat form.
Yes, or fat with a PH, pretty high.
Mm-hmm.
You know? Tangerine Boy is their most popular one.
Okay, that sounds familiar.
Yeah, it's really fresh and fun. EQ's a big fan of that one, and Tazo's a big Tangerine Boy fan too, I think.
So somebody would. Ooh, it's creamy. I like it.
I wonder if it's a lot of sandalwood. Anytime I hear creamy, that's the first note that comes to mind.
Yeah, probably. It's like, it's musky though, really musky.
It is sandalwood and musk.
Creamy, musky.
Sandalwood and musk are definitely in the base. Do you get any florals?
Yeah, it's got a slight unisex vibe. Definitely leans masculine because it is very woody, but it gives it that a little powdery type of.
This looks like a good one. I mean, I know you haven't pulled them up yet, but I'm looking at it. And this looks pretty good.
This is very easy, like very casual.
It looks versatile.
Yeah, this is something you could wear to the office. Kind of reminds me of like a Pure 90 white Banana Republic, but obviously like higher quality.
I was looking for comparison. That's why it'd be funny if somebody else said it. Nobody said that.
Not exactly, but it's definitely a lot of white musk and sandalwood.
Well, woody is its number one accord. Considering wood in the name, you would expect that, right? It's sandalwood and cedarwood are the woody notes.
It's like fluffy and playful and easygoing, white t-shirt, casual, very office friendly. Doesn't seem like it's like a beast mode type fragrance. Just elegant.
Sounds like something I'd like. I like stuff like that. Easy to rock. Just spray and go. I'm wearing Yellow Dream there. Speaking of, granted, it's a sweeter fragrance. Pineapple and gingerbread cookie. Smells good. Wife likes it.
Yeah, the Valentino fragrances, I don't really gravitate toward them. I guess my favorite one is the original Uomo, which is kind of an old school one. But I of all of the ones I tried, like even the newer ones, I think that one's still my favorite.
I like all of them, except Green Extravaganza is like okay. Dry Down's really good on it, but it's a little weird. I know some people love it. If I had to pick a least favorite, it's Green Extravaganza.
Yeah, I think the bottles like threw me off, and I was like prejudiced against them. And then I tried some, and I was like,
look to it.
Yeah, I was like, oh, this reminds me of the goth kids in middle school because they're all spiky and stuff.
Do you feel like you should wear a dog collar to spray this on?
Exactly, man.
They're definitely not those kinds of profiles, though. Nothing I would think that.
No, they're super
dominate
easy to
style.
wear. Like
Yeah.
very, very. When you think designer, like those are the fragrances that really embody that. I feel like,
Very much so. Well said.
and that's kind of like the reason that I feel like I don't gravitate toward them as much. I don't know. I'm becoming a little bit of a snob, I
I
guess.
was about to say, you damn snob.
Yeah, I'm becoming a little snobby. But then again, I do have a lot of cheap fragrances that I really dig. Like I picked up this.
We're not gonna crown you a fragrance snob yet when you're currently buying and enjoying stuff like this.
Yeah, dude. Like that one is a
That's not a
straight
fragrance
banger.
snob fragrance right here. This is a young man's fragrance.
I love the youthful type scents, though. I always have.
Me too. That's exactly what I would call Yellow Dream. Very youthful.
I love this fragrance too. I wish
Orange
it lasted a little
creamsicle.
longer, but
it doesn't last long on you. I get like 8 hours out of it.
I might be going nose blind. This is also a new bottle, but I don't know. I feel like I spray it so much because I love it, and I just spray the hell out of it. I can't stop. I'd probably go nose blind.
It reminds me of a stapler gun.
It does. It's kind of weird like that. I kind of want to try the violet one just for kicks, but I heard it's not as good.
No, it's not. Ultra Red Man's better. I've tried it. That's why I never bought it. It's like it's okay. I'll buy it and never wear it. That's the downside to sampling first for me sometimes, because part of the fun is the blind buy with what I do.
Yeah, yeah.
But if I try something first, 50% of the time I'm not going to buy the damn thing because it'd be like, it's just okay. I won't wear it. You know?
Yeah, I mean it's price point, right? Like you don't want to be blind buying the $100 plus ones as much.
No, yeah. If we're talking like really spending some money, like I'll blind buy anything for 30 or 40 bucks. I'll give it a shot. I don't care. It's when we start getting to $100 plus, it's like, I'd prefer to try it first, unless the note breakdown just looks like, ooh. Then I have no problem from $100 to $200 blind buying. But boy, when we hit $200, it's pretty much no bueno. I want to sample first.
Man, the Harmonist magnetic wood is what I'm smelling right now, guys, and it reminds me of a fragrance like so much. It's gonna drive me wild. Maybe like a Neroli Portofino, but
what's the
something
name
like
from
in that vein. There might be Neroli in this.
Which one is it?
It's Harmonist magnetic wood.
2016.
There's definitely something super similar about this to me.
Do you smell the iris?
It's
probably a more earthy.
I'm getting a lot of the citrus. It's super citrus dominant right now in the opening.
That osmanthus is an earthy floral. Do you get any earthiness?
A little bit, but it's pretty clean overall. I didn't think like super.
It might be a small portion. It might be a small percentage of it.
I think it's a little bit because it's more feminine. This is definitely more like kind of feminine, very easy to, not a lot of earthy woods type of spice stuff going on. A lot of the citrus floral type stuff. It is nice. It's kind of like a Oolong Cha, but not with green tea. It kind of wears like that. It's got a lot of the same amount of citrus and kind of that unisex vibe.
Does it have the brightness, like the vigor?
Yeah, it does. It does have that. It has that sparkle. Has that refreshing.
Oolong Cha, I think that's the magic that makes everybody like it. It's not that the profiles, oh my God, the greatest thing ever. It smells really good, but it just uplifts you when you smell it.
Yeah, not as woody as you would think with a name like Magnetic Wood and a black bottle. Like you would think kind of dark, woody, spicy type thing, but nah, this is a very refreshing, zingy citrus fragrance.
That's a fun word, zingy.
Yeah. Pretty effervescent.
Stan is on top of it. We're putting these note breakdowns in the.
I know, I appreciate it. I got the homies in the chat hooking it up.
Oh, I'm with you, Patrick. Coral Fantasy's the one. If I had to just pick one, I'd take it over One More Intense. I'm with you, man.
Let me get back in the chat. Ross is really good at multitasking, which is something I'm not very good at.
Yes and no. It depends. It depends on what it is.
What's up, Dan? The man. Nice to see you, buddy. Hopefully you're doing well. Mason Alhambra, Smoky. Ooh, Dior tobacco alert, dude.
You ever
Hey, if
smelled
you're
the
gonna get a
original?
Duke, nah,
So they
if you're gonna get
renamed
a
it. It
Duke, go
used to
ahead.
just be called Tobacco. They renamed it to Smoky because I have the old version of
Mm.
it. It's a very honey fruity tobacco lore, and I have a decant of the original tobacco lore. That's one that I would say is worth spending the money on when it comes to Dior's private line. It is that good. Don't get me wrong, clones are really good, but once you smell the originals, it's designer, but it's private line designer. So there's a noticeable quality difference with the $20 one versus the real deal. You know.
Yeah, man. RIP to my wallet once I start getting to these private lines.
I've been trying to avoid the Armani private line, Dior, and Chanel private lines as much as I can, man, because it's niche money, you know.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of good stuff though. YSL too. YSL's private line, Baby Cat, Tuxedo, the most popular. They got a lot more.
Yeah, I picked up that Eau de Ombre leather, so I think it's got my baby cat like itch scratched with that.
Have you smelled Baby Cat though?
I've never smelled real baby cat. I've smelled
And you
Rafaka.
don't know if it's
Yeah,
got the itch scratched.
and
Because
I've
look, I
also
thought Rafaka was like the greatest clone I've ever smelled until I
yeah
smelled Baby Cat, and I was like, ooh, oh,
yeah
okay. They nail the profile. They
yeah
do. That's why I still sing its praises. I just won't. And I even when I talk about it, I'm like, but I'm not going to wear it, guys. I got Baby Cat. You know,
yeah
and I only have it because of the bishop. Shout outs to the bishop. He blessed me with it. The bishop had like 14,000 bottles of it, apparently.
yeah, dude. He's super generous. That's really nice of him.
He's the king of the tuxedo backup bottles. If y'all only knew how many bottles, partials and full bottles and everything of tuxedo Jared Miller has, putting him on blast right now. I'm letting everybody know what you got there, Bishop. Oh my.
Well, we've seen him on live. We've seen the background.
The white glove bandit strikes again.
He's got it going on.
Oh yeah. The Bishop's deep in this thing, man.
Oh yeah, very much, and a big supporter of Zaharoff as well, and
Indeed.
Day 3, and
Dude, he's got all the different color caps for Zaharoff and everything. Like every version cap, because George was like selling them separately for Coco Loco because there was like 15 cap colors total. He got
yeah. I'm gonna need to talk to him about career advice because he seems to be doing pretty well.
Apparently so. Yeah.
Mimosa Feminine Scent. Oh yeah, Baby Cat's fire. Yeah, yeah. Actually, didn't care for Rafaka, but I liked Eau de Ombre leather a lot, and I was like, ooh. I think I'm just quality snob a little bit. And also
like
there's
Tom Ford in general, man. Like you're gonna pay more for a designer brand, but man, anybody that tells me that their fragrances aren't really good are just trying to convince themselves because they either can't spend it or don't want to spend it. Because it's not the fragrances. The fragrances are good. Value is what the individual places on something. You know, every person's different.
Yeah, there's been conversation of if you could only have one niche brand for life, which one would it be? And a lot of people say Creed, and I definitely understand that. And I think there's definitely a strong argument for Tom Ford being in that conversation as well.
That would be the designer brand, though, because they're not even niche.
Yeah,
stuff is just high level designer.
Yeah, if you want to, yeah, they can be categorized as a designer, but yeah, if you include the niche definition to just be more about price point and quality, just
but
you
even
could
then,
say,
Louis Vuitton, it's a designer because that's the thing. These are brands that make leather goods, clothing, footwear, accessories.
I'll rephrase to one high-end brand.
There you go.
You could say that, and then you understand what I'm saying there.
But I think Creed's a great argument, though.
Yeah, it's a fantastic argument. I think that for most people is the default type of answer. Well, I was just kind of exploring, what other brands could be in that conversation. And Tom Ford was definitely one that came to mind.
Kirk John could be in there.
Yeah, MFK can be in there.
It's a great house.
There's a lot of awesome houses that have a lot of options. I mean, the House of Xerjoff has like 160 fragrances,
Yeah. They got some wild, challenging stuff. They got some super easygoing stuff. They got variety of profiles, something kind of like Mancera, something very
right.
But they're a tier above Mancera.
Right. Eau de Ombre was a decent addition to the line. It caught some hate at first, but it's good if you want a fresher, lighter weather. Yeah, I think people were just upset that it didn't smell a whole lot like ombre leather, but
then if it had smelled just like ombre leather, they would have bitched about that.
yeah, people like to complain. That's true.
Mm-hmm.
I don't own any ombre leathers, and I really bought Oda ombre leather instead of the ombre leathers because I like it more. I
You
do
like it
like
more
it
than the
more.
regular one?
Yeah, I do. I just
Oh,
do.
damn.
Yeah.
I can't say that. I can't.
Yeah.
I do like the original more.
And I actually like Tuscan leather more than ombre leather as well.
That's why. There you go. There's a
Yeah.
reason. Yeah. So you like the fruits and the spice a bit more.
Yeah, it's
That's
just
the difference.
it's a little bit more dressed up.
Mm-hmm.
And I like fragrances that have that
Ombre leather is
more
definitely a more casual leather fragrance. Like you can dress it up, but that's not one. Like I always compare the Tuscan leather's profile to the wedding scent. I always want to wear that profile to a wedding. I don't feel that way with ombre leather.
I like formal occasion fragrances, I've realized.
Mm-hmm.
Like I wear Ralph's Couple Elixir with a t-shirt all the time, and it doesn't really make sense, but I love that fragrance.
As long as you enjoy it, that's all that matters. Wear what you want, you know.
Yeah. I like how you told me last time we were talking about how you think about fragrance in an outfit, and I've been trying to think about that more so because it gets overwhelming, right? But if you think about your outfit and you think what fragrance will go with this outfit, that's been helping me like frame it so I don't get so
And
overwhelmed.
it's even more to that. It's kind of your mood falls into it as well. Because
Yeah.
you want something that's going to match your mood.
Yeah. Sometimes you're like, I just want to wear this fragrance and it's already set. But
You don't want anything that's too busy because you're just not feeling that today.
Mhm.
And then sometimes I want complexity. I want artistry today. I want
Mhm.
special. Every day is different, right? Hell, every hour can be different.
Yeah. No, have not heard about that.
Yeah, that was I think last week it got announced.
Okay, cool. Yeah, I've been loving the Plum Japanese profile for Alexander Forbidden Plum. That one's been really good as far as like Tom Ford fragrances go that I've been liking.
Was that you that put that in the Zed Lounge earlier, Dan? I saw somebody made a post. Not Zahara related, but Aura Fragrance has French Riviera for $1,600.
Dan's just trying to hook us up with some good
That's a
deals.
great price. That's
Yeah,
the
that
best
is a
you'll
good
find
price.
on the internet for that.
Definitely.
Look, it's a matter of time before its going rate's $80 on it. Once a little time passes, like it's still been hovering around 100 now that it's readily available again, it'll just continue to drop in price.
Stan needs a wrench. I mean, Vince, maybe. I mean, I'm not saying he doesn't deserve one, but the good thing is that we don't have any trolls really. I think I've only ever had one, so we don't really need moderator. So I don't really want to make Stan work or like because as a moderator, like I used to want to be one for Ross, but then I realized it's actually a job and you have to be monitoring the chat and it's actually a responsibility. It's not
It's
just like some
responsibility,
cool thing to have on your name so you can look cool in the chat. It's actually you
I
have a
cleaned
job
up
to
some
do.
wrenches because it's like, oh, they're not really here all that much. It's like nothing against. I love all of the people that had wrenches before that don't now. It's like Kara's always here. Jason's always here. And I know even though we joke, I know I can trust Jason to handle business. Of course, Jared and Kyler are my very first two. They were moderators for me before they were ever moderators for every Tom, Dick, and Harry that does a live stream now. Because they are like the moderators for live streams across this community. They're everywhere. But that's my point. It's like you want people that are here all the time, which he's probably recommending Stan for being because he's here all the time. But it'd be different as your audience grows and there's less opportunity for you to pay attention to the chat because you see how I get behind and then I go to skipping and all that.
Oh yeah.
The more it grows, the more you're gonna need the moderators to keep the riffraff down. You know where it is right now, 1 or 2 plus you, more than enough.
Yeah, definitely. It's not really needed right now, but Stan, you're a moderator in my heart, and so are you, Vince. So there you guys go. I think I'm gonna spray Baby Cat on tonight after my shower. Dan, you'll be smelling fantastic and have a very nice Sunday evening. Rock Vet. Okay, I don't know what that is. I always put Guerlain in niche, but apparently it's not considered niche. Do they make clothes?
So Racket Club's profile name.
Hmm.
He just spelled it wrong. It's supposed to be a B, not an N.
I see. That is a new name.
The V is used. It's Racket Club.
Oh, Well, Racket Club, thanks for being here. I've never seen your name before. That's why it threw me
One of
off.
our regulars. He usually comes hang on our
Okay,
channel.
cool. Well, welcome over to the fraternity here on a random Sunday live stream that is exceeding all expectations, really. What are you and Ross's goals for 2025 for channels? Well, I don't know. Ross has his own goals that he may or may not want to share right now.
Sure. I mean, I'd like to hit 200K this time next year. That'd be great. And where I stand currently, it will happen sooner than later, but I'm kind of looking forward to that 50 million view mark. I'm less than 5 million views away from it. So with it before summer, probably with my current pace, probably by the spring, I'll hit that mark. So I'd like to hit 60 million views by the end of next year is the goal. And then to hit 200,000 subscribers by the end of the year. I'm currently averaging around, it fluctuates, but the average is around 50,000 views a day. And I'd like to get that boosted to about 60, 62 range. Like, it doesn't sound like a lot, but when you average it long term over 30 days at a time, month to month, it's actually quite a bit, because 12,000 views a day, let's say on an average of 30 days, that's 360,000 views. That's a few million views a year, you know. So it's more into it than you would think when you just hear 12,000 more a day over this course. It's a lot of views. So that's kind of the long term for the year. Do I think those are realistic goals? Absolutely. I think there's very much a good chance. I did 49,000 subs this year, still counting. So I'll probably get around 50 by the end of the year. Yeah, because we got a few weeks left. And I think I did like 16 or 17 million views. So like, that's very realistic. I'm not trying to set some substantial, like hard to reach type goals.
You gained how many this year total subscribers? Do you know?
I can tell you the exact amount.
That'd be interesting to look at your percentage growth year over year, because you've had your channel for what, 3 years now?
5.5.
Okay, 5.5. I've been watching you for, I don't know, 2 or 3 or something.
Okay,
Can't remember exactly.
2024. Take your time loading. Oh, it's a little lower than I thought. It's 39, not 49. 39,500 subscribers.
Okay, what about the year before?
In 2023, it was a little less. It was 52,000 the year before.
Okay.
There's peaks and valleys all the time, because some months I've done 7,000, some months I've done 1,600. So it all depends. It's literally just peaks and valleys all throughout.
But it seems like you got like the
previous
around
year,
around like a 30% growth rate with your subscriber count a year, something like
roughly.
That. Yeah.
Yes, I did 15 million views, 15,039,603 in 2023. In 2024, 16 so far, 16,279,994. So that's that alone is 1 million more views, and that'll probably equate to closer to 2 million views more than last year. So again, when you go to break that down over the course of a daily rate, you know what I mean? That's a couple thousand views a day. So it's steady growth.
Yeah, definitely. I went to school for finance, so I always think about terms in terms of finance and like stocks a lot. And a 30% growth year over year is like the best growth stock that you could ever own, right? So it's looking good for your future if you're just trying to forecast it. I mean, you have the discipline and work ethic and knowledge and experience. So God willing, you'll be healthy and you'll feel good, and you'll be able to continue your work that we all really appreciate and support. I watch you every morning. It makes my morning always better, dude, just to like hang out with you or virtually, whatever, see what you're up to. It's a great way to start my day. So I really appreciate it. I'm sure a lot of people do as well.
I appreciate you, my man. So if you don't mind pinning John Carlo's newest comment.
Yeah.
So, because Joel said there's a gold one after. Gold is at 1 million and red is at 100 million. Yeah, the WWE was the first to get that. That's 100 million. They give it to you in a briefcase and everything. It's a gigantic plaque. Yeah, you get nothing at 500,000. The next one's gold at 1 million. It looks just like that, but gold. The red one, totally different. As far as I know, there's only like 10 channels that have ever gotten it, or less than that. I think. I know WWE was one of the first. They hit it last year, like beginning of this year or the end of last year. Like Triple H did a little video of him like opening the briefcase and everything when they hit it.
Maybe Mr. Beast hit it. I think he's like the biggest
Probably.
YouTuber, right? Yeah.
Probably so, yeah. Like I said, it's only maybe a handful to 2 handfuls of channels that have hit that milestone. Obviously, I'll never sniff that. Oh God, no. Never,
Yeah,
ever, never.
it's gonna be have to more than a fragrance channel to ever hit that. You'll have to have a whole TV show.
Maybe possibly years down the line get the gold. Maybe. That's still a big maybe, but red, that's not even realistic to try to dream about. That's outrageous.
I don't even know if
percentage for that is just the most minuscule of percentages, you know.
I don't know, like Joe Rogan podcast, he's got all the most famous people in the world on there. I don't even know where
and
he's
that's still
at.
like 20 something million.
Right.
So, you know what I mean? Yeah. He's the #1 podcaster on the planet.
Exactly.
The point.
Smooth, I didn't answer your question, but for me, my goals for my channel, I'm really just going to try to do like 2 to 3 videos a week, whether that's a live stream or a list or something. And just stick to that consistency and do that. My main focus is still producing music. That's been my career and always has. I kind of got into the fragrance thing 2 or 3 years ago and started a YouTube channel for several reasons. One was to kind of justify having so many bottles, and I felt like it'd be weird to have this and not have a YouTube channel. That was part of it. Part of it was, you know, trying to monetize a passion as like a side income, a side hustle. A lot of everybody who's giving financial advice is like start a YouTube channel. So that was that. And then I also have a genuine love for fragrances. And I think that comes across in the video. I think you guys are pretty sharp about telling who's doing this just for the money or just for fame or whatever, and who genuinely enjoys it. I really enjoy fragrance, and I have for a long time. Just kind of got really into it, and I enjoy it for the same way I do music. It's like finding the real hidden gems and like giving you guys the good shit. I like to be a tastemaker in music and fragrance and art and everything, like just finding all the good stuff, all the good shit, and telling you guys about it. And if you guys like my taste, you vibe with that. And that's basically what I do in life. So yeah, the goal is just to be consistent and have fun with it. I think I'm getting to a point where I'm getting pretty comfortable on camera. I'm like 140-ish videos in. So I've kind of found my, I guess, comfort behind the camera and with my audience. So it'll be fun to see where it goes, man. I'm not expecting it to take off. It's a competitive space and I'm not an expert, but you know, there are maybe even more people that discover me and that just vibe with my personality or whatever. And we'll just see where it goes, man. I'm just trying to be consistent. That's really my only goal right now. So yeah.
Giancarlo, that is the reflection of the purple light coming off that wall by his logo. Because it is mirrored, sir. That's a mirror. See how you can see my tree in it? I'm looking at it. He's like, why does VINCESCENTS have red in his? It's the light reflecting off his wall. You can literally see like the line from the panel. You know, he's got like that plywood look. Or not plywood. I forgot what it is. Where there's the lines on his wall. Yeah. So I'm looking. I got one of his videos paused. I'm looking at it right now, Giancarlo. That's just reflection in the mirror for the lights he's got. That's all.
John Peterson, I heard Chad just talk about that one, and that one caught my attention because I like Blanc, and I like other versions of Blanc too. So, have you tried this Roland Garros one?
Mm-mm.
Yeah,
sure haven't.
I've never even heard of it. It's interesting one that Chad brought up, I think yesterday or something.
That's what he's talking about. Yeah, it's just the light reflecting. Because yeah, if you look at it, you can see the line from the panels on the wall. It's that pinkish purple light that's reflecting in it. Because again, that's a mirror.
Okay.
Yeah.
Then yeah, that one's also, that one looked interesting, definitely. And you said you got the EDP of the Blanc, or you got some Lacoste that you said
original. So they remade the original Lacoste fragrance.
Okay.
And it seems pretty interesting when I looked at the notes. Let me pull it up real quick. Because it came out in '84, the Eau de Toilette. They re-released it in 2015, and then now this year, we got a 2024 EDP. They rated it 5.3 out of 10 with 33 ratings. I want to publicly apologize for what I'm about to say, that anyone that takes offense to this. But all of you random, anonymous, anybody can make a profile, make a review, and weigh in on reviews on a forum. I don't care about not one of y'all people think I'm going to try it for myself. It's just a tool to kind of get an idea on if I think it's something I'd be interested in. I never take any stock into the stuff that's written or the ratings, because like this 5 of those 33, I guarantee you there's not 33 written reviews below. There's probably 2. 1, 2, 4. There's 4. 33 people rated it. Only 4 people said anything. So point being, you can, I would strongly suggest take the most minuscule of stock in stuff like that. I'm not saying me or anybody else that gets on camera is the end all be all and we're better. I'm just saying at least there's some accountability when you're looking at the person for the opinion. Does that make sense?
Yeah, definitely.
Because anybody can make a profile. You don't know who's typing this, if they really mean what they're saying. Because this note breakdown looked quite interesting to me. It's rated as synthetic, spicy, fresh, woody, sweet, pink pepper, cardamom, bergamot, clary sage, lavender, 2 different types of lavender, amber extreme, tonka bean, patchouli, sandalwood. Sounds very fresh, spicy, woodsy, very versatile, like 80s, 90s style, old school men's citrus aromatic kind of thing. I think it's going to be quite nice, kind of a barbershop feel, if anything, because a lot of lavender and clary sage. I think I'm going to quite like this. So I was like, sure. It was like $50. It's a new release.
Yeah.
So I figured I'd take a shot, because some people see this 5.3 rating and be like, oh God, it must be terrible. I'll never try it.
Yeah.
And it might end up being their favorite fragrance if they would have tried it. You just don't know.
Yeah. It's so subjective, but yeah, definitely got to make your own opinion.
I'm not saying blind buy it to give it a shot, but I mean, if they got a Lacoste store near you, they probably have testers.
Hey, you blind buy so we don't have to, right?
That's the saying, right?
All right, so we got one from this Rarana brand. It's going to be called Iris Ambrette now.
Oh, I've heard of this one. This one came out like 2 years ago.
I think it's like a dabber one. I hate these dab ones, to be honest, but it's what we got to work with here. Oh my God, that's really good. Obviously, it's high quality iris. I'm going to love it.
It is niche. I love their bottles too. Very beachy.
Yeah, I didn't know how I felt about them.
They're nice. They're pretty good quality. They're lightweight, but they're good build quality. I just have the one.
Man, this is a super high quality iris.
It's a lot of it too, because powdery is the main accord. So it's definitely a lot of iris.
It's weird, but sometimes I get the association. If you ever tried the Dial hand soap, the gold one.
Yeah, we have some.
That one smells like iris to me, like high quality iris has that smell.
I wash my hands with that soap every day. We get the big giant one and refill the smaller ones. Yep.
Tell me if next time you wash your hands, you're like, okay, that does smell like a high quality.
I know where you're coming from. I totally agree. Yeah. This looks good though. I've never looked at this note breakdown before. This looks good.
Oh, it is
I'm not
good.
gonna say nothing until you look at it, but yeah, it looks good.
I mean, it's that really high quality iris, like that Say Less Day 3 type of really high quality iris.
It looks, based on what I'm seeing, it looks like it's iris and lavender forward.
That makes sense. That's why I'm loving it.
Simple. It's Ambrette, cedarwood, iris, lavender, vetiver. So it's woods. Ambrette's a little musky, and then in florals, lavender and iris. And it sounds like it's a powdery lavender, not a soapy lavender.
No, it's not soapy. It's like that. It's Day 3, Say Less, but not as earthy. Kind of like Florida Poe. You haven't smelled that one either, but Florida Poe is more aldehydic, but it's, yeah.
It's powdery, woody, sweet, spicy. Does that sound about right?
Yeah, not all that spicy and sweet, but
those are the last 2 accords. They list 4 main ones. That's 3 and 4. It's mainly powdery and woody.
Yeah, it's just all about that iris. That's like all that.
Sounds like it's kind of like ATH Ohm.
Probably. I've never tried that one.
It's all about the iris, and it's a soft musk, a little bit of woods.
You do get a little bit of the woods, but it's very unisex. The lavender does give it some freshness. It's a very clean lavender. It doesn't come across too soapy, but
So I got a question for you, because this is probably going to be similar. This is even cleaner. Have you ever tried Montal Intense Iris? I haven't wore it in a while, but I own it.
no,
So
sorry.
it's Iris, Sandalwood, White Musk. That's it. That's the whole breakdown. It's crazy good. So clean. It's clean musk with a bunch of powdered iris, like some good quality iris. It's not super earthy, but it's the powdery type that's not waxy.
It's
really freaking good. Clean, 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 like everyday wear.
What was it called? Intense Iris?
Intense Iris, yeah. Simple, really, really good. It's even highly rated, almost 300 ratings. Really good.
Like right
Montal's performance, not a cloying fragrance.
Sold.
Yeah, it's very clean. You can give it like $70.
Sold.
Really, really good, man. I blind bought this one, Randy. Like when it comes to Pierre Montal, I'll blind buy anything from him.
Yeah, I actually do need a high quality, like clean iris fragrance like this. I was thinking about.
That's why this came to mind based on what we're looking at, what I'm looking at with the note breakdown on Iris and Brett, and what you're saying you love about it. It's like you'd love this then.
Yeah,
this is cheaper.
This seems like very similar. I did like that Diptyque Florida Pro because it had that aldehydic type of nuance to it, but that one also it's very fleeting and almost too clean and almost too safe for me at this point. So this one seems like, because I know these Montals, man, they're no joke. I know how they do it over there. It's heavy stuff, good performance.
Well, it's really good performance. Even their fresher stuff, their fresh stuff that performs really well isn't overbearing. The heavy stuff can be overbearing if you spray too much. But this is like one of their cleaner fragrances. You just wear this every day.
I'm gonna have to be looking into
this is one you definitely like. I'm confidently saying you could blind buy this, and I could put a smile on my face knowing that you're gonna love it. I zero doubt you won't. Zero doubt. Based on your taste. You know?
Yeah, it's gonna happen. Let's see. When's your first concert music playing on YouTube? We need a fragrance associated. So I was actually thinking about the logistics of that. There's some crazy AI music creation tools right now. So
Spencer makes a bunch of them.
Yeah, I think I know what he uses, and I've been messing with it too. I haven't really put it online. I've been using it more so. I've been taking like little sketches that I've written, and then the AI makes a full song out of it, and then I can take ideas from that or take melodies or take certain sections that the AI comes up with, and it's really good, like surprisingly really good. But yeah, the way I would do this, Joel, is I would probably use the AI to make different songs, because there's no way I'm going to write 8 different songs, even if they're like short for one fragrance video. My whole channel is just like quantity over quality, really. I try to make it as easy as possible for me to make a video, because that provides the least amount of resistance. That's just the kind of mindset I have about it right now, because it's not my main thing. So I try to make it as easy as possible. But with this AI tool, I could actually make that happen and could do it pretty quickly. So I'll make it happen for you, Joe. I'll make it happen, because you've been asking about it, and Justin did it like way cooler. Like he was actually playing the pieces of music, and he did a really good job of that, and that was a really cool video. So I'll do a lazy man's version of what he did, basically. Has anyone tried Reef 33? No, it sounds like a Le Labo with the number, but I don't know what that is.
I'm not familiar.
Ross has tried that one. I think I heard him talk
Believable Seaweed. I have it. If you want an authentic kelp, that's it. It's a challenging aquatic, because it's very realistic to seaweed. Yeah, bitter and salty. Yeah, very green.
There you go, John.
Smells like kelp up on the beach, drying in the sun. Yeah.
Blue Spice Bomb. Don't tempt Ross with a good time, man. He's been asking for that for years.
It's coming. It's coming. We'll get it.
Aqua de
Joe elixir. It'll be the next one, but it'll be one of the next 3.
Do we really need a Aqua de Joe elixir at this point, Patrick?
That's probably the next one. They keep rebottling the stuff they came up, but that's the next step. What are they going to do? Make another parfum flanker to another flanker? I mean, what they've already made, they'd have to bring back Absolute and do Absolute parfum. You know what I mean? Because they've done Parfum out of Profumo. They've done Profondo Parfum. They've done other flankers to Profondo. They've flankered Absolute once with Absolute Instinct. They either have to go Elixir or try a new flanker.
Yeah, if they bring back some form of Absolute, I'm not going to be mad at it.
I wouldn't either. I would love Absolute Parfum. I think that would
Yeah.
be that the community would rejoice and over critique it, because it would never live up to what everybody wants it to be, no matter how good it is. That's what this community is. Bunch of big crybabies with high expectations.
Dude, I love Absolute. I love
It's really
Absolute.
good.
I
Strong compliment getter and great performer.
I took it to a work conference, and I was working long days, and it was just making the day so much better. I had it with me. I was spraying it throughout the day, and it was so easy to wear in the office. It was kind of strong. I was kind of like letting it be known, but I didn't even care because I loved it so much. No one.
Yeah, but if it enhances your mood, I mean,
it did. It really was a mood enhancer. Like if you got to go work a shitty office job that you don't really want to do, you wear something like that, it just makes your day better, man. That's the awesome thing about fragrances. Yeah, this Ambrette note is pretty interesting because I have a Mojave Ghost that you need to try.
I've tried it.
Okay, cool. And yeah, that apparently has a lot of this Ambrette, but I don't really have much experience with it outside of that. I really do love Mojave Ghost. I paid way too much for it, but I don't even give a shit because it's really good. And what did you think of Mojave Ghost?
It didn't move me. Not too many Byredos do. Baldefreak, of course, but my favorite's Oud Immortel. Limoncello and Oud. Very unique.
I want you to try Animalique if you ever get the chance. It's
I've tried the tobacco one too with Justin. I forgot the name of it. Came out like 3 years ago.
Okay.
Where it's not the white label, it's just the color of the juice, and the bottle has print for the name. Doesn't have the white label like the rest of them.
Yeah, I'm very limited with my Byredo. I've tried Baldefreak. My mom actually wears that one, and she really likes it. And I've tried Animalique, which I really liked. I think that's like a newer one. Just some lady gave me a strip of it, like, hey, try this. I was like, wow, that's really good. It's kind of like more on that vanilla side.
Racket Club, there's only one choice here, sir. You got to go with Coco Loco because it's inspired by Rio de Janeiro and Carnival in Brazil. It's inspired by where you're going.
Yeah, Coco Loco would be the one. I have Precious Treasure on the way, man. I pulled the trigger on it. I'm excited.
Good thing you did. Wait, when did you pull the trigger? Because you might.
I bought it right when your video dropped. I was had to be one of the first people that bought it.
There's about 30 people getting refunds that are going to be mad because he oversold.
Yeah, mine's shipped. It's on the way.
He's going through all of that Monday, so there's going to be some people mad.
Yeah, California. I think we're like the last ones to get it. A bunch of people already got it. Mine's supposed to come on like Wednesday or something.
Yeah, it's coming from Chicago. We shipped everything Thursday and Friday. They're all gone.
Yeah, so I'm super stoked. That was the most expensive fragrance I ever bought, and I'm not mad at it.
One of the most expensive. If I would have bought, I mean, obviously I'm not buying it. You know, I don't.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But I know it's a big ask for a lot of people, but when you get it, and if you're used to having some expensive fragrances, you really see the value at $295. It's crazy to say that it's a huge value at $295, but I'll stand on this hill and die on it. Any other brand would have charged it minimum double.
Yeah, and also
the woodwork on that alone for the presentation was
insane. Yeah, it's insane.
All hand done.
It's art. It's a piece of art. Like that's the only fragrance that I'm going to keep in the box. I don't really keep my fragrances in their boxes, but that one I'm putting in that chest and like having the chest be open.
I even kept the black box right there. I even kept the black box that it goes in, that the chest comes in.
Okay.
That's the only boxes I keep are George's. Everything up there is in the box. That's the Zaharoff shelf up there. That's the only fragrances I have with boxes.
The designs are beautiful. And Seraphim Red is the most beautiful bottle. I think it's either Seraphim Red or Elysium.
Pops.
It's amazing. I love it. It looks so nice. I think the Aurum bottle also, like the big plaque with the honeycombs, looks really nice. But yeah, dude, that's Seraphim Red is amazing. Oh yeah, the Black Rose looks really nice.
I would say Aurum and Black Rose is the best.
Yeah, his bottle designs are truly.
Wait till the 4-ounce rosé comes out next year. That plate looks amazing too.
I want him to offer like a discovery set, like a house sampler set, versus like you gotta get them all individually.
So
That'd be cool.
there's what's called the Passport
Okay.
that we've made. It's exclusive in Europe right now, but it's the travel atomizers with that go in the little lipstick atomizer thing. But it's got the leather Zaharoff Life print, like all the leather goods, like the wallets and stuff like that. And it's 5 fragrances. So he does have something in the works because his thing's all about travel. So it's the Passport set. And there may be some exclusive stuff in the works in the future collaboratively as far as those.
These are the teasers you guys get over here. You guys get these hidden
Not
gems.
just me either. A few others.
You know.
Mm-hmm.
Blue Chanel elixir.
Please, Chanel. Please.
Surfing Blue to red. Yeah. I do like the red.
Citrine, if he wasn't going to Brazil, I would have said Citrine, but since he's going to Brazil, it's like you got to go with George's Brazil fragrance, you know?
Yeah, I didn't care for Citrine. I know it gets a lot of love, but
really?
I didn't like it at all, man.
I've used like a third of my bottle.
I'm shocked also that I didn't like it because I love citrus fragrances and it's like everything about it sounds like it'd be my style. I just I don't want to ruin it for you, so I don't want to tell you what I think it
You ain't gonna ruin it for me.
Okay, yeah. Well, I think
tell me whatever you want. You can ruin it.
It just smelled like pool, like chlorine to me.
Really?
Yeah, it was.
Now, if you'd have said Afternoon Swims, a clone of Afternoon Swim, like Chaos in the Ocean, Paris Corner, I would. Oh yeah, that definitely smells like chlorine. Citrine, I'm kind of surprised to hear because that's not even an aquatic fragrance.
Yeah, I don't know what about it. Maybe
that's what it smells like. That's what it smells like.
Yeah, it just didn't work for me. But Seraphim Red is my favorite one.
Racket Club TLTG Red. That code's still active. If you want to save 10%, the easiest way, if it's not working, would be use my link. You can find it in my link tree and all my bios and all my videos everywhere. But TLTG Red should still be active to save you 10% if you do decide to go make a purchase.
Yeah, so there you go. You just got a little discount.
It was still active for Precious Treasure. He had to cancel a few orders because some people snuck it by thinking, oh, George will let it go. No, he canceled their order. When he said no discounts, he wasn't joking. And then he disabled it for Precious Treasure.
Yeah, I saw some people were posting that they use as a coupon in the.
Well, their reward points, yeah, you can use one of your reward vouchers, but as far as like using discount codes, it was no discounts. Because y'all wouldn't believe what his cost per bottle is for the whole shebang.
Very expensive, I'm sure.
Like
I can see on video.
I hate teasing saying I'm not going to tell you the dollar amount, but it's like people would be shocked. Like he spends that much per bottle. Not normally that much, but for this, yeah. And you see why. And then on top of that, the oil is the most expensive oil he's ever purchased. Even Mystique was the most expensive oil from Zaharoff before this one.
Yeah, I've never spent this much on a fragrance, but dude, with the quality of like the box and everything, you get a 4-ounce bottle, and everybody's been raving about how it's great performance, how it's really versatile, which is the fragrance that I like to use. And also George is really generous with Seraphim Red for me, so I felt like I already told myself like I want to support his next creation. And then when something like this special came out, this exclusive and this special,
there's only 500 people in the world that's ever going to have this.
That's what I'm saying, man. I was
late next year, there's going to be a small refill batch that's going to come out late next year, around this time next year. But none of those presentations are coming out again. That's not a thing.
When we have the opportunity,
fragrance is coming next
never
year.
Again.
That's going to have a totally different presentation. But that'll be numbered and everything too. Like this is going to be very exclusive every time. We were talking about it last night. Just moving forward, that line, they're going to be numbered. It's going to be a set special thing because he's got his regular house releases that come out a few times a year. But this special line is going to be treated special.
Yeah, it was really beautiful. I can't wait to get it in and experience it. I know Juan
FatboyFragrance.com. I don't know if he's got any left because a couple days ago he said he had 1 or 2 decants left, and I'm sure those are gone. I mean, you could check FatboyFragrance.com. I don't know if he's got it. I had a comment from somebody in Namibia this morning. How can I get my hands on this beautiful fragrance? I said, you can't. You're about a week and a half too late to buy it. You can't, sir.
Guys, we're gonna probably wrap this up here soon. It's like an hour 40 in, and I usually do intermittent fasting, so I haven't really eaten breakfast yet, and it's kind of getting to that time for me. So I'm just gonna go through the chat here real quick, see if you guys have anything. This has been a pretty awesome Sunday stream. Can catch some football. My Broncos are on their bye week.
I got Red Zone running this whole time on my other monitor.
Red Zone is one of the best creations ever.
Greatest thing ever.
Yeah.
All the action, all the time.
Do you remember when they used to have the quad box and you would tweet the quad box?
Who still runs the quad box?
Yeah. So there used to be this thing where if you would take a picture of the quad box and you tweet it to them, you'd win a prize or something.
Oh, see, I didn't know about that. But I was going to say, like, to actually run the quad box, they still do it all the time, every Sunday.
Yeah. That was like when I think Red Zone first came out back in the day. Man, I'm getting old, man. It's crazy.
I don't want to hear it. I'll be 40 next month.
I look super young because I shaved and everything, so I look like I'm 21 right now, but I'm like going out.
You act like you're so much older than 21.
No, I know I'm not. I'm really immature. Alcatraz Absolute is my favorite. Yeah, dude. Same, man. Same.
I got a big 200 ml bottle waiting in the wings for me to ever go through the 75 ml, and I don't know if it's going to happen. Somebody's like, "Oh, it gives me a headache. I'm going to send it to you." I'm like, "You sure?" He's like, "Yeah, I'll never wear it." I was like, "I might never wear it either, but all right." So I got a big 200 ml sitting as a backup bottle.
The thing is, that's an asset, and if you ever want to sell it, someone would buy it like that.
I know I could, but I typically don't do stuff like that. Like, what would happen is eventually I'd be like, "Hey guys, been discontinued for 10 years. We're going to do a giveaway." I like paying it forward when it comes to extra stuff.
Yeah, that's really cool that you would want to do that.
I get a lot of free shit. Like, that's the least I can do. I don't try to profit off of stuff for free. I never do that. I don't know, it's kind of extreme, I think.
Yeah. Mojave Ghost Absolute. Yeah, I saw the one that just came out, of course, and it came out right after I bought Mojave Ghost. But I actually get really good performance from Mojave Ghost, and I think it's because my climate is pretty mild. But I was wearing it and it lasted all day for me. I was picking up whiffs of it. But I bet the more intense one is probably a little bit more interesting or whatever. But I like how versatile the original one is. It's a very easy going fragrance. It's not special, but I have a good experience with it. It was in the hotel of my 30th birthday. Went to Vegas, and all the products in the hotel room were Mojave Ghost. So I kind of like really have that memory and fell in love with it there.
That's the one, man. It's like a fresh bowl of fruits, and the way the cardamom comes across, it like really gives the fruitiness vibrance. It really brightens it up instead of just making it super spicy. It vibrance is the word. I'm telling you, it brightens the fragrance up. Creamy coconut. It's still nice and tropical. A little bit of sweetness, white musk, blonde woods. Very fun party in the summer fragrance. Carnival. It's what it's inspired by. And you'll know when you see it, like, because there's that particular pavement or whatever that's in Rio de Janeiro. It's on the bottle. There's a mask for the carnival. That's the plate. Like, he really goes with his storytelling and his themes. That's why it was a clear answer when you said you're going to Brazil.
Yeah. Yeah, the box alone is worth the money. It's beautiful. It's really beautiful. Can't wait. Precious Treasure's coming tomorrow. Hopefully you enjoy it, Smooth. Let us know. Definitely let us know what you think about it. Seraphim Red is incredible. Thank you for that decant. Oh, yeah, my pleasure, dude. Oh, look at that piano key black.
Byzantine script that actually says Zaharoff in Byzantine.
Okay, I was wondering if that said Zaharoff or Precious Treasure.
And inside the cap, you have little sayings in the Z. It's all the little details. So fucking good. It really is. It's his best work. It really is. It's his best fragrance. And you guys know this is a 10 for me. So it's going to pain me because I'm about to do my best niche releases of the year, and Seraphim Blue's not going to be in there because I don't want to put two Zaharoffs. It'll kill me because I love Seraphim Blue.
honorable mention. People don't really do that anymore as much, but
Not too often. I'll just do 12 fragrances instead of 10. You know what I mean? Instead of honorable mentions. Like the number 10 isn't the end all be all for search terms. It's more about the keyword.
I know. The honorable mention thing kind of died though. Like people used to do that.
Because they wanted to keep it at 10. But I got 4 honorable
That
mentions
makes sense.
for my top 10, you know.
Yeah. Lily work up Thanksgiving Day. Say the update. Yeah, same. I had the same experience because I know, like you said the day before.
Y'all like any time between now and Black Friday. Like I kept like hint, hint, wink, wink. Y'all just be ready. Like y'all know I put a video out every morning.
Yeah.
So
he's like, when that video drops,
I can't tell you it's Thanksgiving's video, but here it is the night before, and I'm telling y'all, anytime between now and Black Friday.
And you were saying like George was nervous the night. I was like, oh, well, why would he be nervous?
Every single night, guys, for every single release in a day's span, I might talk to him 7 or 8 times. His nerves are shot. It's just how he is when he's launching a product. It's just he gets nervous. It's gonna be successful every time. He only puts out great shit. You know? But it's what it is. He still gets the butterflies, like it's his first time putting a product out. That's how much he loves and puts into it.
Yeah, it's like a piece of yourself that you're expressing to the world, and you put a lot into it, and it's a very vulnerable thing to like create art, and especially what he's doing as like a full-time business with a lot of money involved. And I understand, man. I make music just for fun, like for some people that even want to hear it, and I feel the same way. Like I have a very hard time showing it and like sharing that because it is a very personal thing. So I can understand that to a lesser degree. I know Ross likes Bentley Ferment Silver Lake, such great watery Aqua de Jean on the cheap, lasts all day, nostalgic scent for me.
It's basically a Senza if you take the florals out, because the Senza is more floral. But overall, that's the one it's closest to is a Senza.
Something's like weird in the air. It's not Meister struck. It's not very good.
No, no, it's not. I agree.
It's not a scrubber, but it's not very good. Sometimes the phrases are always separate when it comes up pool chlorine. Okay, interesting. Yeah, I get like a dish soap vibe from Neroli. And
it's definitely so because a lot of dish soap has Neroli. Because Neroli is a soapy floral. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Much more than lavender, I think.
John, if you like
always distinctive.
Yeah, oh yeah. Lavender can be really different in different ways.
A multitude of things. It depends on the lavender.
Yeah, I love lavender way more than Neroli, I'll say. I even like that earthy lavender like Molinar Lavande. I like all types of lavender.
That's a good one. That's a really good one.
I want to try the Tom Ford one day.
I was literally about to bring you read my mind. I was about to bring it up. I so regret not buying it for $200 when I could, because it was like $600.
Yeah, all of my favorite fragrances have.
I have a decant. That's how I love it so much. I just couldn't pull the trigger.
Yeah, there's 600 is too much
for 50 now.
That's too much.
Mm-hmm.
When you get to 500K, then you can pick up the $600 bottles.
I'm still not going to want to do it. I'm still going to be a budget.
That's true. It's a principle thing, huh?
Who I am is who I am.
That's true. You could probably afford it right now. Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, I could buy it right now. It's shit. I just told you about like $800 I spent yesterday on fragrances. I could have just bought that and still got some of those.
Yeah,
but
I read you.
I don't see the value. It comes down to that. I don't see the value for that amount of money.
Yeah, that makes sense. Thanks, Vince. Thanks for sending some of these decants. I'm going to try the rest of them probably off camera here. Thank you, buddy. Appreciate that. I might actually have to go buy that Montal Iris after this as well. Look on.
You're going to love that one.
I'll have to find a good deal on that. I think a lot of the Montals, sometimes they're on like Forever Lux for a good price or something, but we'll see. I'm a little bit
71 with Fragrance Buy.
I'm a little upset with Fragrance Buy. I've bought so much stuff from them, and they've never steered me wrong. So I really say it like with a grain of salt, because I've had so many great experiences with them. But this past order, both of the expensive discontinued fragrances that I bought were not what they were listed as, and I emailed them. I'm still waiting to hear back to see what they're going to do about it, or if they're going to
Yeah,
do
that was
anything.
supposed to be Aqua 2018. That's kind of weird.
Yeah, and it was also that Roja that they mislabeled. So it was like both fragrances in the same purchase that were both not what they were said they were. Little sketch. I've never had a problem with them before. I really like them a lot. I bought a lot of stuff from them. That was my
Forever
first kind
Lux
of
doesn't have it. I'm shopping around.
okay. Yeah, Forever Lux is like one of the only eBay sellers I'll use.
I went straight to their website to see. It's forever, but it's on their eBay store for $69.69.
Okay, yeah.
That's literally the first one that pops up is Forever Lux on eBay.
Yeah, they're usually got a pretty good amount of the Montales for a good price on eBay.
So that and the rest of them are full retail. They're out their minds at 130 and 140. Yeah, so around $70 is kind of going right around the Forever Lux and Fragrance Buy.
That's pretty solid. I mean, that is a more expensive oil.
But still, that's a for a niche. That's a cheapie.
Yeah, it's Montal's great value and the good quality.
Cheapie.
I love both my Montals. I have Herbal Aquatica and Fougere Marine, and I love them both.
Right, Fougere Marine is amazing.
I've almost been wearing like the Montals a little bit more than the Manceras, but I love Mancera too.
Like part of me wishes I wasn't reviewing all the time and trying new stuff because I never get to spend enough time with my Montal and Mancera fragrances because that's the house. That's the perfumer and house I love the most. I just have I have like close to 80 fragrances between Montal and Mancera. It's right around 80. I'm almost at 50 just on Mancera alone. I'm like 47, 48.
Yeah, you're the specialist with those, and you put us on to a lot of great ones. Some of
There's
my
so
favorites.
many good ones, man. It's so hard to really dive through that there's hardly anything that's not good. I've only come across maybe one where I was like, ugh.
Yeah, I've only tried one that I really didn't like, and that was Oud Cafe. Didn't care for that one. Yeah.
I don't think it's his best work. I think Amore Cafe is better.
Oh, yeah, but completely different,
Yeah, still very different sweet coffee fragrances nonetheless, but they're both sweet and coffee. It's that particular synthetic oud oil he uses probably off-putting for you because it's different from the oud oil he's used, synthetic oud, over the last several years because Oud Cafe came out in like 2010.
Okay.
2011. It's been out a while.
Yeah. I mean, not everything can be a hit, but most of the stuff I tried is amazing. I mean, I've all the houses. I have the most Manceras. I have.
Me too.
Yeah, that's like my number one house per bottle, if you look at it that way. So,
if I could just keep my Manceras, I'd be all right.
Yeah, definitely. French Riviera, Tonka Amore Cafe, Black Gold, Sicily.
Oh, you got nothing but good ones.
Yeah, Vetter Sensual. Let's see what else.
You got the hits.
Cosmic Pepper. I've tried a lot of them.
You got the greatest hits collection over there.
I do have the greatest hits.
That's the greatest hits album of Mancera over there.
Yeah, except I don't have Cedrat Boisé or Red Tobacco. I just didn't really care for those, but
it's okay. You still got a bunch of really good ones.
Yeah. I love the ones that I have. I love them. They're fantastic. And for the price, it's like insane value.
Well, man, I'm gonna go ahead and get out of here.
Right. Yeah, let's wrap this up.
Spend some time with you. I don't even really have the time to hang backstage. I'm kind of putting off going to do some stuff.
No worries.
I wanted to come hang with you for a little bit. I saw you were on. I appreciate you letting me come spend some time with you and talk some fragrance.
My pleasure. You're welcome here anytime. Thank you for your time. Have a great rest of your Sunday. Enjoy some football. Eat some good food, and I'll catch you on your video and live tomorrow.
Yes, sir. You have a good. Well, no live tomorrow, except for the members. I'm doing the member stream tomorrow.
Okay, well then I'll catch you over there.
So Tuesday.
Sounds good.
You are a member though, right? Yeah, you're a member.
Yeah.
So tomorrow.
Yeah. I'll be there for that.
All right, fellas. Y'all have a good one in the chat.
See you, Ross. Thank you, buddy. Cool, guys. Yeah, I'll just get through some of these final comments and then we'll sign off. It was a great stream. I'm probably going to keep it on now. It was a really good stream. It's funny how things turn out. Unplanned, but I got to make a thumbnail now. How did the Rosa Elysium mirror turn out? Was it actually the cologne version? Yeah, it actually was the cologne version. So I wasn't sure at first, but yeah, I think it is the cologne version because it's the blue bottle. I've got a couple fingerprints on it. You have to excuse that, but Yeah, I think it ended up being the cologne version, and I'm happy with it. I think this bottle looks nicer. The performance is a bit of a problem here, but it does smell great, and I'm not really complaining. I got a good price for the cologne, even if it's the cologne version. Yeah, I don't know. I think it was just meant to be that I got this particular version, so I'm happy with it. But yeah, that is what ended up coming. Oud exclusive was a miss for me though. I don't think I ever tried that one. All right, see you guys in the next one. Thank you guys. I guess they mislabeled it. Definitely for that price cover, it's still great. Only 4 files in spring summer you can respray. Yeah, I'll get a lot of enjoyment out of it. I do love the scent profile, and I've never really even tried the Parfum cologne, so who knows if I would even like that, right? So at least this way I got something that I really liked and add it to the blue fragrance repertoire. So I am happy with it. I did use a lot of my kind of like coupons or whatever that I had saved up. So if they want to at least hook me up with getting those back to use on a future purchase, I think that'd be pretty fair, just seeing as both bottles were mislabeled. So I'll be interested to see what they say about that. But I'm happy with both that I got. I'm not really interested in returning either one, but maybe they can hook me up with some of my coupons back for that error. But we'll see. It's all good, man. I'm very blessed, so nothing to complain about. Jason, we are just wrapping this up. My voice is dying out. I got to get some food in me. But yeah, we're just wrapping up here. We had actually a very great random live here today for almost 2 hours. So I appreciate you guys. Appreciate your time. Have a great rest of your Sunday. I'll catch you soon with some more content. Keep smelling great out there. Have a good one, guys. Have a great Sunday.